Hello, shooters, loaders, and casters. Welcome to Friday Night Live Stream. We got a pretty good show planned for you tonight. Jamie had a obligation, and he will be joining us a little bit later. But we've got an illustrious panel here, and we've got a lot of things going on. So I'm going to hand off to Mike. I've got a couple things I got to clean up here behind the scenes, and we'll see how Walter and how Mark and how Hot Pot and Scotsman and our special guest, Edward, is a good prize tonight. Hillbilly, hand off to you.
Yeah, buddy. Man, what a fun night we got planned here. Oh, wow. They're going to be picking the winner, right? On that beautiful gun that Edward Petty so generously, offered to help out Tony Lakeview Outdoors. Man, this is awesome. So I think first, let's just go around the room, say hi real quick there. Walter, what you been up to, buddy?
Hey, everybody. Good to be here as always. I enjoy my Friday evenings here with all of you folks over there in the side chat and the guys in the panel. It's always a real pleasure to be here, of course. I got some casting, reloading, and shooting done this week like I kind of normally do. It's a good week here on the Central Coast. We got out of the fires and done with the earthquakes, it looks like, for a little while anyway. So, been a good week. How about you there, Mr. Scotsman down below? How you doing, buddy?
Doing pretty good, man. Doing pretty good. It's good to be here. I'm glad it's Friday, and I'm excited, man. We got a epic giveaway going on here in a little bit, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, man, should be awesome. Hot Pot, what's going on, brother?
Hey, thanks for having me on this great night. What a good thing everyone is doing. Edward, we all thank you very much. Wow, very fabulous. Good to be here. I've had a busy week. I've been off from the regular job, so I've been taking care of stuff around the house and with the guns and just with reloading and period. Other than that, man, thanks for having me here. And Mark, what you got?
Oh, wonderful to be here. Happy Friday, everyone. Love seeing all of you. Love seeing everybody in the side chat. It's been a little bit of a busy week, a little bit of work. Did get some powder coating done that I've been meaning to do. Put together a couple of holsters and sent them out. I got one little special one sent today that's going to be a surprise for somebody. And, well, looking forward to this evening. It's going to be a good night. I think Ed's up.
Well, like you said, I'm happy to be here. Was looking forward to this evening for quite a long time. I regret the camera that I originally tried to use to give me a closer image is not working. So I'm using the camera that's built into the computer. As you can see, it's very small and not too good. But we'll have to make the best of what we have, and we shall do just that. So again, very happy to be here. Happy to converse with you fellas, and this is like a night I was looking forward to be with you guys for a very long time. That's what
You're looking great, Ed, man. Looking great.
Well, no, I can't compare with you. I mean, you're the hillbilly.
Well, they tell me to back away from the camera so they can't see me. So
Well, you're surrounded with old glory there, so you're okay in my book.
all right, buddy. Well, we just had somebody else come in the green room, and we'll let him come on here. Tony, how you doing this evening, buddy? Are you froze up, bud? There you go. Can you hear us okay, Tony?
Yeah, looks like it's frozen.
Yeah, it looks like it's kind of freezing up some, buddy. I don't know if you can hear us or not, but we'll give you a minute there to get stuff straightened out. And just let us know when it looks like everything's coming in good.
Here.
Doggone slow internet, man. That's rough. Oh boy, man. We got a lot of people out there in the side chat, man. It's just rocking and rolling. My goodness, look at everybody.
I've got internet connection. It's working.
There, we'll see if Tony can. There, you hear us okay now, buddy?
I'm not getting anything. I don't know what the hell's going on here.
Yeah, we can hear you now. Up.
I know what he's going through.
All righty. So we'll say hi to everybody out there in the side chat. So Walter, would you like to call out everybody there in the side chat this evening?
Sure. Let's think of something for folks to type in the chat window over there. What do we type? Who's got a good idea? I don't know. Type Friday.
Friday. All right,
Just like
folks.
that. There we go.
Type
Get him
Friday in the side chat there, and
I'll call
Walter,
you out
get
as,
your name
as we
called
see it.
out.
Hey, I'm here. Paul Loud, Andy, 79Z28, Tactical FUD, reloading from the hot pot. The other Kyle, Bamadad, Walks, Fletcher is here. Duffer, James Pollard, Michael Hurtnick. Hi, Michael. The Hillbilly himself is here. Pony 47, Papa's Place. Abigail is here. Tim S. Floridian. I didn't see him sneak in. TAB Videos. Mark Thomas. Dwayne 7834. Doug Thomas. M. Gabriel, the famous Info Brothers, is here. Papa's Place. M1A2 Abrams Tank. Old One Guy. The famous Ed Petty. The Weasel himself, the Scottish American, is here. Woods is here. Let's see. DJ Play Nice, the voice, is here. All right. That's what I got so far. I think I called Michael Hurtnick. Chico Wise is here. Hi, Chico.
Howdy, Chico.
That's what I got so far.
All right. Man. We got
A
a
big
really
group.
great night planned out here for everybody. So, Scotsman, you want to just, I know you're going to be doing the drawing here after a bit, but you want to just go ahead and refresh everybody on what's going on and what this drawing's about and what it is, what the prize is?
Sure thing, man. Yeah, no, if anyone has been living under a rock, we've been trying to help out our good brother Lakeview Outdoors and his wife. He is dealing with a little bit of illness here, and we're just trying to relieve some of the burden the best we can. And our very own Edward Petty stepped up to the plate and threw out a Winchester 94 and 30-30 unfired, which was freaking awesome. And we'll give that away here in a little bit. We have 53 entries for that, so should be good. Looking forward to that. There's still plenty of other things out there. Bald and Curious has a Kimber 1911 and 10 millimeter, and Garage Guy 879 has a 20 gauge. So still plenty of different things out there going on. I also have a couple smaller prizes off to the side right here that will be given away when we reach the $10,000. There will be a video coming out here on that here pretty soon. I apologize, I'm lacking on videos. It's just been exhausting. I'll get there, I swear. I'm trying, folks, I'm trying. But I owe you guys a lot of videos. I got like half a dozen videos I got to get done at some point. We'll get there, trust me. But yeah, no, lots going on there, so stay tuned, and if you can help out Lakeview, please do so. We still need $37.50 to finish the goal.
I'm excited about reaching that goal.
Yeah, some freaking hillbilly up here decided that so he had to drink a hard seltzer, which he kind of put himself in that spot. Decided to somehow throw me
I did.
under the bus, and when we reached the 10 grand, apparently I gotta go on his show and drink one too. I'm not looking forward to it.
I don't blame you, buddy. Man, and I want to thank you for accepting that challenge. You know, that's very nice of you, but all you've done, and then you step up and accept the challenge of having to drink a White Claw or some hard seltzer, your choice.
Don't worry. There'll be a good ball. There'll be a good bottle of whiskey sitting right here for when that happens.
Alrighty.
There
Yeah,
should
I'm
be a
gonna-
bottle of whiskey sitting right there now.
Yeah, you're gonna have to chase that. You're gonna have to chase that bubbly away, Scotsman.
Yeah, I wouldn't try mixing them though.
No, I'm gonna man up. I'm gonna down that son of a bitch, and then I'm gonna take a shot of whiskey and cure it all. You do what you gotta do, man.
Yeah. Yeah. You betcha.
And if I throw up, I throw up. So be it. Whatever.
Well, sad to say that that's what happened to me. So yeah. Lakeview says man, he's sorry he's experiencing some internet issues tonight. Yeah, buddy, we understand. Man, that just stinks when that happens. But hopefully, their internet will pick up and like you'll be able to get on here. Okay, just let us know like when you're able to. Just cut right in so we know that it's working fine for you, buddy. All righty. So, anybody else got something they want to bring up for tonight?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I'll jump in there. Okay, last week we talked about, was that last week we talked about the warranty service? Good
Yes.
and bad stuff? Okay. Well, I think it was Saturday or Sunday, I had an issue. So I had an issue with Lee Precision. I've got one of these bench primers, and my bench primer cracked. Now this is just pop metal, okay? I get it. You know, Lee's on the bottom end for price and sometimes quality. But this broke on my bench primer.
Wow.
And I probably primed, I don't know, 25, 30,000 rounds with this. See how that snapped right there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I started going, oh man, I got to buy another one. I went online. I found them for like $40. Okay. You know, it's a good deal. You get a tray with it. You get the inserts with it. Small and large primer. I'll just buy that. And I started thinking about it. We did that show. I'm going to call Lee. So I called Lee Monday morning this last week. I talked to Tammy. She said, send me a picture to support@leeprecision.com. We want to see what's wrong with it. And we'll send you another body out. So the body came in today.
Wow.
That was Monday. I got a confirmation email on it on Tuesday morning. Monday night, Tuesday morning came in. Confirmation email that the order had been placed in, and it was shipped Wednesday, and I got it Friday. How you like that for customer service?
That's
Good deal.
That's not bad.
Right there.
Mine broke the same way. I don't remember what happened with it, but I just bought a second one.
It didn't break on the other side, but I called them up and bam, to the door.
Good deal.
Super impressed. So you can say what you want about them, you know, low price, low quality, whatever, but they back their stuff up. And I like that. He says I'm pressing too hard. Got those man love arms there.
It's got to be it.
Yeah.
I'm 56, man. It's been, man loving in a long time.
Just don't know your own strength, do you, buddy?
But what this happened to you too, CW?
Exactly the same. Yep.
Really?
Yep,
You
correct the same way.
You pressing too hard too.
Yeah.
Tony, we can see you and everything. Good. Can you hear us okay?
Froze up again.
Yeah, it was working really good there for just a minute.
Yeah, it's
He's on
kind
the
of
road.
herky jerky, Tony.
Hey, Tony, maybe just shut your camera off and see if the mic will work. Maybe it's just the internet being slow. If you
Little
shut your
wonky
camera
here
off, it
tonight.
might work better.
Internet wise.
Can you hear us okay, Tony?
You just don't want to see my ugly face, fucker.
Hey,
See, now we can hear you just fine. See that? Look, you get rid of the ugly and everything's
Shit was
fixed.
buffering so bad. I don't know what the hell.
yeah,
Let's get it out.
whatever it is, it just can't handle the bandwidth of the video. The audio's coming in good though.
Yeah, maybe just shut other devices off that's using the bandwidth.
I have to do that here. I have to shut my phone and my iPad off from my Wi-Fi because they just keep listening, and using up bandwidth, just doing nothing.
Yeah. You might yell at your neighbors and tell them to get off the internet for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd probably go over real well.
Now we lost them.
All right.
Oh boy. So CW, what did you want to go over here tonight? Before we get to the giveaway and stuff.
Well, we've got sorry, I'm doing things behind the scenes here. We've got a couple different things going on with the giveaways, and too bad Lakeview is having this internet problems. I got some things bouncing here as well, but yeah, we went around the room already. We talked about everything. We have a sighting.
Have a sighting. Yes. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Hey, Mario, buddy.
Hey, we're getting pretty good at that.
Yeah. After years of practice. All right. Sorry, C-Dub.
So we already went through the room with everybody's introductions.
Yes.
Yeah, we've been through the room.
All
We've
right.
been through the side chat.
And let's see. I got buffering here myself. Nothing much going on over here for video wise. I got a couple of videos finished editing and popped them up earlier this week. So I'll probably have a couple more. I always got a couple in the works somewhere. Finish them up and throw them on. But no regularities here. I'm kind of going day by day with everything I've got going on. So it's hard to get things planned. But all right, so we're gonna do a drawing here a little bit later. So did we have a topic? I didn't see a topic on Jamie's email.
No, I
Last
didn't
week
see
we
any
talked
in the
about
banner either.
customer service. So we've got Gene with an updated story there from Lee. That was good to see. especially from Lee. They've had spotty service for me.
So yeah, we don't have an official topic, I don't think, tonight. So we could
I
easily.
was having
Press.
yeah, I know we got Gene's
We ha-
caliber corner there. Yeah,
we got something from Gene.
I was having some
All right,
issues here in
so-
Scotsman there. I didn't have any volume out of Scotsman, and I don't see
So-
anything here for settings that I could do. Can everybody else hear him okay?
Yeah.
He's not saying anything right now.
I got
For
everything
whatever reason,
adjusted
it's
over
just me.
here. I got everything adjusted over here. It seems to be okay, but not sure
I
what's
got
going
you
I
on.
fine.
got
5x5.
nothing. I can't hear him.
Um,
All right. So if I talk over him, somebody just speak up because I can't
Okay.
tell if he's talking, and I've got to have a small screen on here to see everything behind the scenes, so I can't use a large screen to see him good enough. So,
Okay. Yeah.
all right, because we got nothing much going on for scheduled stuff. Let's go over and see what Gene's got to do here. See if I can get him on a solo
What?
layout.
Whoa.
And see what he's got for us.
What have I got? What I got?
What's the hot pot got?
You want to see what Hot Pot's got already? Oh
Heck
man,
yeah, man.
I'll show you what Hot Pot's got. Let me prop this up. I have a piece of kind of oddball brass. This is a black powder round, and this is a 38 long Colt, and it is Starline brass. Starline makes a lot of that odd brass, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's Starline brass. The 38 Long Colt, also known as the 38 LC, is a black powder cartridge introduced by Colt's Manufacturing Company in 1875. In 1892, it was adopted as a standard military pistol cartridge by the United States Army for the Colt M1892 revolver. So that round has been around for a long time. I don't think that's neat.
That is neat.
Yeah, it was used in the war with the Philippines, not very effectively,
Right.
and so they went away from it
Yeah.
for that reason. It just didn't have any knockdown power, and the natives there just kept it coming when we were trying to shoot 38 Long Colt at them.
Yeah, the maximum pressure is only 13,000 is the maximum pressure.
Yeah.
So you can probably slingshot something faster than that.
He pulled the 45 Colt out of mothballs.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the 45 Colt was actually the Colt and the Long Colt were two separate cartridges.
Mm-hmm.
They signified it. They branded it the Long Colt because of the other Colt's shortness. So the 45 Long Colt is actually longer than the 45 original Colt. So the 45 Colt has actually went away.
There is a
Yeah,
there is a 38 short.
series on
This is the 38
Yeah,
short.
yeah.
Still there.
Yes, I've got some 38 short brass. That'll be in the next. That'd be in an upcoming episode. But
Cool.
the 45 Long Colt is actually the Long Colt because the 45 Colt was shorter and was ixnayed. I did my homework on that before I bought my 45 Long Colt pistol.
Yeah, there's a lot of internet lore out there about that. A lot of people will say that there's no such thing and that shouldn't be called the Long Colt, but either one is correct. Either one is accepted.
Well,
And
I seen a picture of a box of ammo back from the
yeah.
1870s that said 45 Long Colt
Mm-hmm.
to signify it from the 45 Colt. So people call it the 45 Colt, but technically they're wrong. They're misnamed.
There's the 45 Schofield also. That's the same diameter and but a shorter cartridge than the 45 Colt. And the U.S. Army and cavalry back then was to some extent using both of those. And Army being what it was, they would end up shipping the 45 Schofields to the guys who needed long Colts and vice versa. And you could put a 45 Schofield will go into the cylinder of a 45 Colt, but it's got a bigger rim. You couldn't get 6 of them in there. You'd have to go every other one.
Yeah.
And so they could still shoot them. But if you had 45 Schofields, if you had like a Model 3 or something, and they shipped you the 45 Colt, they're too long. And they're too long for the cylinder. So the Army finally gave up on them and said, no, we're going 45 Colt. And I think some of the terminology there about 45 Colt and 45 long Colt may have started that far back. The guys were saying, well, my revolver shoots 45 Colt. Well, the Schofield is technically a 45 Colt cartridge, just shorter with a wider diameter base. And they said, no, I need the long ones. I need the 45 long Colt. So I think it may go back that far.
It does.
It's still painful.
Oh yeah, that's
get
part
into
of
those discussions. Which is right? Which is right?
Yeah.
Well, the stores back then, you know, people would go in to buy their ammunition, and they'd say, "I need a box of 45." And so the merchant guy, he would just hand him a box of 40, grab a box of 45, and hand it to him. And half the time, it didn't work. So technically, the 45 Colt was abandoned over the 45 long Colt, technically, but people still call it 45 Colt.
Mm-hmm.
I read.
Yeah, today either one is acceptable. Today they're both the 45 long Colt, 45 Colt are the same today.
So I guess this is a 38 special too, right?
No, nope.
It's just shorter. Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
It's just a short 38 special.
Put a 38 special in your 38 short Colt revolver and see if the wheel will spin. It'll work the other way around. You can shoot a 38 short or long Colt out of a 38 revolver, but not the other way necessarily. Anyway.
Plus the pressure, the power. You know,
right.
It's not. It's a weak cartridge. So.
Yep.
And, even though 13 isn't much, it's less than 19. Yeah. Yep.
I had a friend that would say when he's talking about 38 specials, he say, "You shooting those little 357s?"
Yeah, those little short 357s.
Yeah.
No, man, I got 357 shorts. What the heck's that? Right here, man. It's a 357 short.
Yeah. It says so right here on here someplace. I know I've seen it.
That's funny stuff.
There's another one you got to look for, Dean, is the Dan Wesson. The 357 Dan Wesson.
I've never even seen one.
Ever seen one of those?
But haven't seen one.
That sounds familiar. I'm going to check that little tray.
They're longer than a 57 bag.
Yeah, I was in the shop today, and I think I've actually seen those. I stopped in today, and I was going to go over to my cart and my little tray that I get to pick the odd stuff out like this, and I was going to go through that and just got to talking and forgot about it. But I'll be back to work Monday, so I'll have some interesting stuff for the next few weeks.
I got a question.
Good deal. All right, Chico's thrown up a question there for us. Go ahead.
Oh, me? Now go ahead with Chico.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, biggest reloading challenge lately.
What do you got, Hillbilly?
Well, I was just going to show you guys, and like we can go ahead and get to hit Chico's question, but my son-in-law a couple months ago went to a gun show, and he called me and said, "Hey, they got some 5.56 here. You want some?" I was like, "Yeah." He told me the price, so he got a box. I got a box. I didn't even open it for a few months. When I did, this thing looks like it has been reloaded.
Annealed.
Been annealed, yeah. But that could be factory annealing.
Yeah, I don't really. I don't know if you can see it any better, but yeah, I can't tell if it's been reloaded or what.
What's the head stamp? Who made it? What's the head stamp?
I don't have my. I don't think I'd be able to read it.
That's just a annealed NATO cartridge. It's 5.56.
Yeah.
Green tint.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Well, I wasn't for sure because I was like, I don't know much about reloading, and I was like, okay, should these? I send have somebody check these out or what? So.
Yeah, there's a number of companies that have starkly annealed looking cases. Black Hills is one that I picked up a while back. A friend of mine kept harping on me how good this Black Hills 300 blackout ammo was, and he gave me a couple of boxes, and when I opened them up, they were just like that, very strongly annealed, oil on water, purple and blue cases. Yeah, and they're brand new. A lot of military stuff, or your occasional military stuff will be like that. PMCs I've seen that way, and there's a number of companies you'll find them. It washes off, it cleans off. A lot of companies will clean them off so that they have nice, clean, shiny brass, but some don't worry about it. But that's all it is.
Because I've literally seen those boxes of, I believe are they Winchester, that has their box of 30 and each 10's on a stripper clip, and those look similar to that. And I didn't order any because I didn't get them because I'm like, I don't know if those have been reloaded or what, but okay, so factory ammunition ammo then. Okay, thank you guys, I appreciate that.
A reloader would be too anal and clean that off.
Okay.
Like Tommy Boy said there, it's just some just don't polish it off afterwards. It'll polish off. It'll tumble out. That coloring on the brass.
Oh yeah.
But sometimes they just don't bother with it. It's an extra step. It's an extra. It's a budget line or surplus type ammo, whatever. They may not bother doing it. That's all.
All right, I appreciate that.
All right, so back to Chico's question there, which I've lost in the thing. But what was it? What did we have coming up? Or what have we had come up?
What's your biggest challenge in reloading right now? Yeah, biggest challenge today.
Well, the obvious one is finding primers for most folks. But they've been coming up, and they've been coming up for really good prices.
Yeah, prices are going down.
Does he mean with a particular caliber loading or components?
Well, I would say Chico's question could be answered whatever is your particular challenge.
Yeah, what if it's you? Whatever your issue, yeah.
Yeah. Primers have been a challenge for everybody for a couple of years, but they are coming back and the prices are coming down a little bit, not tons. There's a couple of outfits like Sportsman's that have been showing stock of pistol primers, at least down in the $40 range, $40 to $50 range. My problem is the nearest Sportsman's to me is 250 mile round trip, so that's not going to happen. But there's other issues, here and there. For us in California, firearms themselves are always an issue because we have this crazy roster of acceptable firearms, and I'd been looking for 6 months to gear up to shoot 10 millimeter, and I didn't have a 10 millimeter. There's only 6 firearms on the acceptable list that are approved for sale in California in 10 millimeter. And there's 2 Glocks, 2 Kimbers, and 2 Smith & Wesson revolvers. So
There he is.
Yo, there he is. Hey, Chico.
Hey, buddy, I found this question there. Hey, Chico.
How y'all doing, man?
So, I mean, you know, for me, I'm in pretty good shape, really, right now. You know, I started shooting at a new range, and I can shoot outdoors. And I was just there this week, and I asked the range master, "Hey, is there any taboo against me going out there and picking up lead off the ground?" He said, "No, go for it." So that'll be helpful for me. I mean, I've got enough lead, I think, anyway, to last me until doomsday. But if doomsday comes, I want to have more. So I'll pick up at least. It'll be easy for me to at least go pick up what I left there that day, and not have any net loss of lead. So that was something of a challenge for me until this week, wondering where I'm going to get lead. You know, for free. You can always buy it. But so, how about you, Scotsman? What do you got for challenges?
Mine's gonna be time, man. For me, it's I work 18-hour days,
Yeah.
so I don't have a whole lot of time.
That's a big one.
I try to squeeze a video here and a video there, but man, it's just been tough lately. And then as far as reloading, it's just there's dust on my bench, and I'm not happy about it. So I got to get the dust off the bench and get that handle cranking. The Dylan's crying, so we got to fix that. But the other issue I have would be companies that don't step up and honor their lifetime warranty properly, like Lee. Yeah, I probably got the one guy at Lee who just doesn't care. But yeah, they did not help me whatsoever. So Lee can take a spin, and yeah, we'll leave it at that. But on a good note, I did pick up a couple of those Joe for USA heads for the Dylan, so that I can utilize the Dylan more instead of using the APP. So the APP is going somewhere else. So Chico, you asked the question, man. So what is your biggest challenge right now, brother?
You know, I'm like you, brother. The time, man. I'm super involved with my son's school right now because of his like he's in chorus and some other stuff. So it's extracurricular and work like everyone else. But time, I'm the same man. Look, that's a mess. You see, it never looks like that. So yeah, time is the biggest challenge right now, man. But I need to straighten up a little bit and so I can get back to loading stuff. Could y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
I'm good.
Yeah, you know, being retired is sometimes I take it for granted, and until I start talking with some of you guys who are out there slaving away, you know,
Yeah.
trying to keep a household going, and I shouldn't, you know, I shouldn't take that for granted. You know, I worked for 50 years, but to get here, and it's nice to be retired, but if I don't think about it, sometimes it's hard for me to remember that you guys are out there and you just don't have time to go make videos and reload and go shoot, you know. And I think, gosh, I haven't seen Chico do a shooting video until just recently. You had one up there, and I thought, yeah, what's he doing? And then I remember, oh yeah, he's working, and he's got a son to take care of, and he's got bills to pay, and all that other good stuff, you know. And hobby time's got to take a back seat to what a man's got to do, you know. It's just the way it is. You know, I apologize for, you know, being self-indulgent when I start saying, hey, yeah, I got all the time in the world. I got free lead. You know, I can find primers. I can do all this good stuff. But it's because I have the time to do it. So.
No need to apologize, man. You earned it. You know,
Absolutely.
you earned it. You got to that spot, and you know, I applaud you for it, dude. Unfortunately, I don't think myself and Chico will ever get to the point where we can retire, just because of the way the world's
So,
going.
Mark, you're being quiet. What is your
We're going to be working
what have been
for
your
the rest of
challenges
our
with
lives.
reloading lately?
Scotsman was finishing up something he was saying. I'm going to jump on that same wagon.
I can't hear him at all.
Yeah, I know. That's all right. I've been pretending like I'm Walter and like I'm retired for the last couple of weeks. But even being off all summer, you don't have the time you think you're going to have, because of taking care of the house, taking care of this and that. And, one of my hobbies of doing the leather work has been pretty busy, not complaining, but I've been spending more time doing that than I've been turned around loading at the loading bench. But, it's all going to get caught up at some point. Not a problem.
Yeah.
And Mark, you've got your
problem.
you've got your leather stuff going on, and that's related to the shooting reloading end of it too. And that's got to be some time management there too, that you've got to balance between. You've got orders for the holsters and the leatherware, and then you want to go out and get out with Seth and go shoot with him and all, plus raising 150 other people's kids 5 days a week.
I bet Gene's going to say he can't find any brass.
Man, I'll tell you what. I went to my range I belong to. I went there, and it's like I was finding 38 super brass on the ground, man. People, I mean, if you're willing to pick it up, there's buckets of it there. Literally, just I belong to a range with other fuzz that got too much money and too much time being retired, and just go out there and they throw their 357 Magnum down, they throw their 38 Super down. So what? I haven't had any. Let's see. I've been off for the last couple of weeks, so I've been reloading a lot. I'm very, very, very fortunate. I work at a reloading supply. So if I need something, I drive 8 minutes away and go pick it up and come back. It's for right now, it's I'm living pretty good, guys.
That's a good thing.
I fell into it. Pure accident, but man, it's right up my alley. And I enjoy where I work. I work with great people. It's an easy, relaxed job. It's you got to do what you got to do, but it's really not too stressful. Very fortunate.
Yeah, the super is one of those that I won't pick up. I see it from time to time, and I come from a time when if super was on the ground, it's there because it was pushed really hard, and the guy who had it doesn't want it, and you don't want it either. So that always crosses my mind every time I find super brass on the ground. Anybody who's been around for more than 20 years is going to be of that same ilk.
I know most of the guys out from the range. I mean, it's not a huge club, and I know they're out there buying it brand new and just shooting it and leaving it. And
Yeah,
I know they are.
If you know that, you're golden. But like I said, back in the 90s and in the late 80s, when they were pushing things hard, they had to make those big numbers, and they did it with the super. And it ruined brass. It expanded pockets. It caused all kinds of problems. And they would only load it once or twice. And then when you found it lay on the ground, it was there for a reason.
Well, we got 9 major now for that. And we use that 9mm and just load it long and compress that powder down.
Not supers, Tommy boy. Those were the 38. .38 Colts, the 38 the lower powered one, the super.
You're jumping in and out, CW, on the audio.
Yeah, I know. I can't help it.
That's all right. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Tommy boy, if I want to put some knee pads on and go out there with buckets and pick up all that brass, I can get that at my range. But then I can get it in my work too. You know, going with a 5-gallon bucket in the morning and as much as I can carry in there.
Yeah, there was 38 auto and 38 super auto, and there were 2 different cartridges.
Yeah.
Most of
38
the
auto is
brass
lower pressured and
yeah. Most of the factory ammo that I have seen lately, in fact, all of the factory ammo that I've seen lately, and the brass that Starline sells is all 38 Super plus P. So the factory ammo is all plus P, and I was reading about it when I first started shooting 38 Super 6-8 months ago that all of it is virtually that's being produced now for 38 Super is plus P ammo. So that's something to consider too with that brass.
I think since they lowered the power factor numbers, you're not going to beat your 38 Super brass up as bad now. I think it was back in the day, what was it, 175? And now it's down to 165.
I don't think people are pushing it as hard, but
I mean,
they certainly were. And it's being rimmed. You can't bulge bust it. You know?
Yeah, that's well, I don't know. The 38 Super is not rimmed now. You can bulge bust it. The stuff they're putting out now is like 165 power factor, man. It's that 38 Super is just like shooting a 38 special. I mean, it really is comparatively. You know, with the power factor being down and the way they're doing the cases now. But I get it. I mean, I've talked to some old timers that shoot 38 Super, and they tell me at the range, and they tell me back in the day, you know, how, oh man, it's so easy now. We don't have those high numbers anymore. And everybody that shoots their 38 Super, man, as soon as they're done shooting their stage, they're wandering around picking that stuff up. They want it back. We got one guy that puts a red and black stripe on his with a Sharpie so he can see his brass on the ground out of all the 9mm and everything else that's being shot out there.
What about CW? Did he already go? Did he have any challenges as of lately?
He's kind of busy in the household tonight, but yeah. Go ahead, CW.
My challenges really are just time. That's my biggest challenge. I have a heck of a time with that. I get down into my loading room usually after 8 or after 10 at night, depending on what I've got going on, what I've got for myself. I can usually get my wife taken care of by 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock. And then I have time for myself until it's time for me to go to hit the hay. M. Gabriel has a question there on bulge busting. Bulge busting is the swell that you get at the base of a case, usually an auto case, and usually from high pressures and somewhat of an unsupported chamber. And it's something that a regular reloading die cannot remove because it doesn't go down far enough. It can only be done properly, as Walter and I had a conversation earlier today. It can only be done properly on a straight wall, rimless case, because you actually push it all the way through a carbide factory crimp die. You push it all the way through like you would size a bullet. and it removes the bulge like you resize the case, but you resize it by pushing it completely through like you would cast a bullet.
Now that's a question. I've been loading some 10 millimeter, and a lot of 10 millimeters come with unsupported chambers, my Colt Delta Elite being one of them. And I pushed them through the bulge buster as well. But I think I will only fire them once, maybe twice. I don't think I would be too comfortable going beyond that, because I think we might skim some of the brass off, and you could blow the cartridge. Does anybody have any feelings on that?
We had a chat a while back where we talked about this a lot, and the trouble is terminology and experience with exactly what is acceptable to be bulge busted and what is a swollen cartridge or case and what is a smile. It got affectionately called the Glock smile, and it came from some of the first generation Glocks who had generous chambers. In other words, a larger spec hole that the bullet went into, to other manufacturers, and the unsupported part is something that gets thrown around a lot, and it really kind of blows up my skirt because a lot of people don't really understand what they're talking about. They're just parroting what they're hearing and reading. The way a cartridge case is designed, the way it's built, the way it's created, or most of them are created, is it's drawn. In other words, you get a disc of brass, and it's formed. They form the rim, and then it's drawn. It's stretched. So when it's stretched like that, the case mouth is pretty thin, but down near the base, it's webbed. It gets thicker and wider. And brass is a really, really neat material, and it's used because of the attributes it has used in a firearm, where it can swell with the pressures, and it's malleable enough to gas seal the chamber, so no gases come back at you towards the shooter, and yet shrink back down small enough to float back out of the chamber. Well, that brass will support itself up to about 40,000 psi cup, which is a little less with psi. Psi is what we're measuring now. Cup is what we used to measure years ago. So about 40 is your magic number. Most all handgun stuff is below that. Most all handgun stuff is below 38. If you look at 44 Magnum, 10 millimeter, 40, 357 Magnum, they're all 37, 38, 36. They're all right there hovering. It wasn't until we started with 460, 454 Casull, some of those cartridges, the 500, where we saw chamber pressures getting up into rifle levels with handguns. But the supporting part wasn't really an issue until pressures got up there above that, bouncing around that 40,000 number. And you never saw anything happen other than a little bit of swelling. In other words, the case got fat. But when you get a smile, and I wish I had to show here the pictures, but when you get a smile, you actually have the metal brass case shears. It actually shears, and it leaves a line. If you bulge bust that, you're very distinct possibility that it will blow out the next time it's in a chamber that doesn't provide enough support or provides the same amount of support. But if you have just a swollen case, just swollen fat, just a little bit bulged, just a little bit, not a distinct line, not a distinct smile. And they called it smile because when you look at it sitting there in your fingers, it looked like a smile. It looked like the case was smiling back at you. And you could run your fingernail over it, and you would feel where that brass was sheared. It wouldn't be open, creased, but it was creased, sheared. Like, there's another way to say it. It's broken. It's cracked, but it's still slightly attached, partially attached. That is not safe to reuse at all, ever.
No, I
it's
wouldn't.
done.
Right in the
bulge,
scrap bin.
slightly bulged is fine. You can do it many times. It's the same thing with any piece of metal. You bend it enough, it's going to break. You're bending and bulging it, you're working it, and it's going to get harder and it's going to crack. But that's what the annealing does. When you anneal your cases, it resoftens them and makes them last longer, so you can use them more. But you're not going to want to anneal down into the web, so you don't anneal bulged cases. That's for the necks, for the up of the thin part.
Yeah. So I noticed a lot of the cartridges.
It was a long drawn out answer, but
yeah, well, they fit in the barrel. But then I purchased a chamber case gauge, and I said, "Whoa! A lot of these aren't even going halfway in, but they fit in the gun." And that's when I started bulge busting them. But it made me wonder. I said, maybe I better not fire these. But I did load them light. I never load to the end. I like to load, mid-range with the beginning touches.
See that?
That's it. I've seen that before.
That's from bulge busting a piece that was overpressured. So you see that rip on that one side?
Yes.
Don't load that.
No.
See, that's not all the way around. Don't load that.
Right.
Catch that.
yeah, you see how you can almost envision it, how it's sheared.
Yep.
Gene, that was one that went through a bulge buster.
Yes.
And that's how it ended up. Yeah, and that's why that shear part got kind of pushed down.
Mm-hmm.
And
Sort of.
but you can definitely, you can see that crack, that shear line.
I got all kinds of stuff, guys.
You see it all there, man, with the tons of brass that go through there.
That was my process. I'm shooting 10 millimeter in a limited major power factor. So that's why I've been doing that Rock Island. That thing's running so nice now.
I see you. I've seen your videos, yes.
Some of them old primers, man, they were in sketchy situations, so I just burn them up in some plinking stuff, just to go through them. But malfunction practice. But I found that, and I was just like, yeah, we're not going to load that one. No. And that's even in nickel, which is generally plus P. So I just thought I'd show what you were saying.
Well, I'm glad you did. And you know what? I'm going to inspect all my cartridges again before I shoot them, because I might have missed it the first time.
Yeah. It's something that I do, and like I said, Walter and I had this conversation this morning in a text. We happened to be talking about this because millimeter, and what I do, because I get a lot of brass. I have a buddy down in Quantico, and he sends me up brass once or twice a year, and that brass has gone through submachine guns, 10 millimeter brass, and I bulge bust it all, and then I inspect it as I go, and I inspect it after the fact. And I don't get many with smiles, but I get a lot of it that's swollen. And if I don't do it, I have problems with cycling and feeding in some of my 10 millimeter chambers, because I've got a few KKM barrels that are really tight spec, and they won't fit. It's like when you try it in your chamber checker. They may go in some barrels, like a regular Glock 20, they probably would go in and be fine. But my Glock 40 that's got a KKM barrel in it, it won't. It says it won't go.
Yeah, I've got a couple boxes of factory 10 millimeter for this new Kimber that I've got coming in this coming week. So it'll be interesting for me to see what that firearm does with brand new brass. To take a look at it, and I suspect that I'll run it through the bulge buster anyway. But we'll see what it does.
Well, I'll tell you what, that Rock Island I've got is stupid picky on brass. I mean, all that I'm doing all that nickel through it, and I chamber check with my barrel. I don't own chamber checkers except my barrels. Whatever I'm going to be shooting it out of, that's what I chamber check it in. And that thing was stupid picky. I mean, just tight. So I've actually had to change. If you watch my video, I had to change my crimp for the feeding, and now it's feeding fine once I change my crimp up.
Yeah, and also good point there, Gene. There's two kinds of devices that we as reloaders can have on our benches, and one of them is a chamber checker. That's what you're going to find. Lyman. There's a lot of company that makes it, but I'm just going to say Lyman. They make a block that'll have 6 or so chambers cut in it, and that's a checker. That's what you run your cases, you resize your case, you drop them in there, and you can check them. It's not a chamber gauge. That's a checker. It's not the same thing, correct?
Yeah, which is why I do not have one of those Lyman blocks on my bench.
Yep. They're fine. They're a good tool. They're fine. They're just not a chamber gauge. They're a checker.
Yeah.
And if they jive with your chamber, with your actual barrel, you're golden. You're fine. But if they don't, or if you're trying to use them as something they're not, you can get yourself in trouble.
I don't like that if. That's
exactly.
what I don't.
Well,
that's what I don't like.
It isn't
if
but you can check it.
If I've got 410,
you can pull your barrel out and have them side by side, and you can measure. That's a good start.
If I've got 410 millimeters, which I do, I will take the one with the tightest tolerance, and that's the one I load for. And I know they're going to run in the rest.
They're all run, yeah.
They're all going to run. So I take the pickiest one of the bunch, and that's the one I spec on.
That works.
Way I know. Doesn't matter doesn't matter which one I grab to go to the range. I can grab my ammo box, and I'm golden. Good to go.
All right, we're at an hour here. I don't know what kind of time frame. You guys have done more of these. I was going to say raffle, but it's not a raffle.
Giveaways,
giveaways than I have. So, what kind of time frame? And I'm sorry I can't hear Scotsman to hear the answer. So you guys will have to reflect for me. How much time do you want to allow, or where in the show do you want to start doing that giveaway?
We can go ahead and get going with it now if you want to. Before we do that, though, I would like Tony to go over what's going on, just so folks can hear and from the mouth itself. And then we'll get with Edward and Hillbilly, and we'll make it happen.
Okay.
Yes,
Awesome.
Scotsman says that we'll go ahead and get started on it now, but he's going to ask Tony to kind of do a review of where things are.
I wanted to talk to Tony a little bit because I knew he's down there and I knew he had some troubles, but he's been kind of walked over a little bit. So I wanted to let him introduce him to the show and thank him for stopping by. And he's the reason for this whole thing. So let's give him the floor here. And let me roll down here. And where is he? There he is. There's that smiling puss. Hey, Tony.
You're muted, Tony.
Let's see. Can I turn his muter off?
Can you turn it on?
Tony, you're doing the Hillbilly.
You're muted, Tony.
I love you, Hillbilly.
Yeah.
There you go.
There
Start
we
all
go.
over. Now you're muted again.
Start over. You're on mute, right? We can't hear you.
You're on mute again. You double tapped it. There you go.
All right. How's that?
Perfect.
There we go.
Good?
They got you. Good.
My hell, guys, I tell you, life's been beating me down lately, but it ain't going to get me down. Man, I've been experiencing some little bit of difficulties earlier. I have this older little Lenovo IdeaPad that my father gave me, and it just doesn't seem to be up to speed with, the bandwidths and the internet today. I'm going to have to do some upgrading here in the near future. So I had to jump on my phone. Here I am. It's good to see you guys. I want to thank everybody for being here. It's good to see all you guys here. I want to just let you guys know what's kind of going on with my wife. She's going to be getting her actual second round of therapy coming up September 7th. It took a little over 3 months to get the first round. Finally, we got all the verifications and all the authorizations and stuff that we needed. And so now the ball's rolling, and she's going to be doing this once a month for at least the next year. Like I said, her next therapy is the 7th. after her first therapy, she said it didn't really help. She said, if anything, it kind of hurt her more, like she was in more pain. And the doctor said that's kind of to be expected. You know, it's going to take some time before everything starts working. And they got her on a new nerve medication. So hopefully that's going to help out. She sleeps a lot. Is in a lot of pain a lot. But other than that, she's in good spirits, and you know, life throws you some curveballs, and you just gotta improvise and adapt, I guess. I don't know if you guys heard, but last week I just put my dog to rest.
Yes, we heard.
So yeah, it's been a tough little bit, but you know, like I said, hey man, I'm just gonna keep in good spirits, and I got you guys here with me. I got everybody's prayers and thoughts, and I really appreciate it, man. It helped so much. You guys would not even believe. So I thank you guys, and let's get to it, man. Let's have some fun.
Yes.
All right, so
All
let's
right.
get to Edward, and Edward can
That's some
talk
bum luck,
about
Tony.
what
Sorry to hear
you
that.
have.
I know how them animals can be. There are fur babies, people call them, and it's the truth. They're
Absolutely.
Edward, do you want to talk about
to us.
what you got
And,
going on?
sorry to go
obviously-
wrong there, but it's
obviously you
also,
can't
as
pick
the
it up,
doctor
but-
said, to be expected. Sometimes it takes a little bit to get these meds going and to get them working, and you know, it's something that we've learned here as well. It's not easy. What do you got there,
No.
Chewy?
Joey, that's
That's my dog. He finally came home where he belongs.
Gotcha.
All right.
I've got one of those too.
They did a
Yeah.
nice little bag. I don't know. You can see it's got an engraving or a little stitch here. It says, "Until we meet again at the Rainbow Bridge."
Awesome.
And I had it made
That
out of
is awesome.
cedar, aromatic cedar. You can see they did a nice job.
They sure did, buddy.
So
Wow.
Very nice. Very, very nice.
I'm glad to have my buddy back home.
You betcha, man.
Yep.
That's
I feel you,
awesome,
brother.
bud. CW, I think Scotsman was trying to say there, and I know you can't hear him. He would like to have Edward Petty talk a little bit about the giveaway and everything like that. Is that correct, buddy? Yeah. Okay. So, Edward,
I'll work
would
for you,
like to
Ed.
go ahead.
I'm here.
All right. Let me blow you up.
Okay. Well, as I said in my video, the short video I made about this, I purchased this gun, about 20 years ago. And I'm not a hunter, but I guess I was thinking about it, but it never happened. And I put it in the safe. And it wasn't, it's an entry Winchester. I mean, it's not a couple $1,000 Winchester. I mean, but it's a Winchester. So anyway, Scottson and I were talking about using it for various other giveaways over the past couple of years, and we just never came across the right cause. And I believe this is the right cause. So I'm happy to donate this gun, and I hope someone is going to really take it out in the woods and get a deer. And if they do get a deer with it, I hope they make a video about it. So anyway, it's a Model 94, and I wish I could show it to you. It's on. If my other camera worked, I could have zoomed in on it, but you can see it a little bit there.
Yeah. Yeah, we can see it.
And I have the box and the paper, and it's just a nice little gun, you know, and it's brand new. We got the handhead. I can't touch it because of YouTube, but there she is, and I'm really excited. I hope someone's gonna really enjoy it, and it's gonna do some good for this giveaway to benefit Tony and his wife. So that's the main goal. And like I said in my video, it's not about the prize. It's about helping one of our brothers. And that's the main issue here. So with that said, let's get on with it. And
Oh man, Edward, it's super nice of you to do this. I mean, wow.
mhm.
I mean,
So a little backstory there. Edward has been bugging me for probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 years,
Yeah.
and I kept
Yeah.
telling him no because I knew something was going to come up where we would need this to be here,
Good
and it
job, man.
happened
Thanks
to
a lot
be
for that. That's just awesome.
at the
The
right
way people
time.
have been stepping up here for
Yep.
Tony is just awesome.
And so it
This is the
fell
right
just
time.
where we needed it. So that was awesome. So the Edward, we can't thank you enough, brother, for stepping up to the plate and helping out and doing this for us. So here's what's going to happen, guys. I'm going to send Chico an email. And Chico, the email I'm sending you, brother, is going to be the list of people and numbers. And this is the way you can verify who wins. And, people are going to say rigged, whatever. So you can verify. You can verify the number and all that for me, and who the winner is, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to send it to you here in a second. So hang tight.
All right.
All right. So that's on its way to you, Chico. And Hillbilly. Let's get this going,
Yeah,
brother.
buddy. All righty. All right. Let us know when you get the email there, Chico.
I'm looking now.
All right, buddy. Yeah, just let us know. And while you're looking, let me know as soon as you get it. But Edward, that rifle you're giving away, buddy, that is for a lot of us, had one of those at one point in our life, deer hunting or whatever the case might be. And so to a lot of people, like, even me, that model and everything is like, very special rifle, and it's just awesome of you to give that away. So, you got it yet, Chico?
Maybe it's
You're
my
still
internet.
using AOL, aren't you, buddy? American
Hey,
Online.
Scott, you sent it to the
You
email
got it?
that you always send me stuff, right?
Yeah. And so, all right. So if you guys are
Yep.
ready,
I sent it to your Chico email. Yep.
Okay, let me check that one, brother.
all right.
Sorry, I got some.
I'll go ahead and pull up this wheel, and I'll show you here what we have. So, let's see. Okay, there it is. So what I did, this is just a random generator type deal. You can put names, numbers, or whatever on it. And so it has the numbers from 1 to 53. And so whenever we're ready to go, I'll spin this and it'll give us the winning number. So just let me know when you guys are ready, Scotsman or Chico.
Chico, whenever you get it, just say the word, brother.
I'm double checking. Sorry.
Oh, hang on a minute. Just a second. We gotta hold up for 1 second here. So
This is
We got
just
Jamie
a
at the back door there.
Damn
We're gonna bounce off the screen if we let him in
Jamie,
here.
how you doing, brother? You're just in time.
He heard the words giveaway and jumped right on in.
He heard Winchester 94 and giveaway.
Good show.
Man, I don't see it yet.
Are you
All
ready
right,
to win your rifle, Jamie?
Here, let me try to send it to Jamie. See if Jamie gets it. I'm
Please send it
going
to
to
me.
send a list to someone else so they can verify the number, Jamie.
All right.
I was trying to send it to Chico, but apparently he's not getting it. So let me send it to you.
Hey,
Chico's
Chico,
still
been
using
missing
a-
you, bro.
Chico's still using America Online email. It's just not quite got there yet. So while we're waiting on that, Jamie, anything you want to share about where you been?
I've been to the opening night of the Christian Motorcyclist Association Georgia State Rally. So,
Awesome.
been on my bike all day in 104-degree weather.
Oh boy.
And it feels so good till you stop. And
Someone blow that man up. Someone blow that man up. Look how badass he looks.
Mr. Biker
Yeah.
Man. Look at that.
How many participants, Jamie? How many folks were there?
we had
Big rally?
135 pre-registered, 85 that were not registered showed up, and
Oh, good.
so
Couple hundred
around
riders then, good.
215, and we'll have more tomorrow. Hey, chessboard.
All right, Jamie, you
Is that
should have that
Bud?
email, brother.
I got it now too.
Okay, you got it? Okay, perfect. All right, perfect. All right, Hillbilly, rock and roll,
You
man.
bet, buddy. Get this pulled
Good
back
luck,
up here.
everyone.
Good luck.
Yeah, I was trying to count how many bugs was in Jamie's beard there after riding all day, but
Some of that was
All
probably
right,
barbecue
guys.
sauce.
all right, give her a wind up and give her a spin. Here she goes. Says number 42. Can we take this off the
Number
screen?
Number 42 is, y'all ready?
42.
Yeah. Drum roll.
Kyle.
Timpani.
Did y'all hear
Kyle
me?
Lusk?
No,
Is it Kyle
that
Lusk
is
or-
Kyle.
Oh,
That
just
is
Kyle?
Kyle. That is used to be
Okay.
Kyle, just some guy. So
Yeah. Yeah, I know Kyle.
I believe Kyle's up in the side chat.
Congratulations.
And
Congratulations,
I
brother.
will say this. I will say this. Kyle was the biggest donator. So Kyle, thank you, brother. Absolutely freaking awesome, and congratulations. Get a hold of me. Get a hold of me,
deserve
and I'll send your information over to Edward Petty, and we'll make sure we get that over your way, man.
That's awesome.
Excellent.
There you go, Chico. Hold that back up again, buddy. If you want. Yeah.
So everybody can see it.
Look at that. Man,
Man,
what a generous
Wow,
guy.
man, he's had a lot of donations. Goodness.
Yes, he did.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
a lot.
Congratulations.
You deserve that.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
What a great firearm too, man. That Model 94, I've had one for over 40 years. It is just a sweetheart, and it's been on in a scabbard on the side of a horse for many miles in the backcountry, and it's all scurfed up and been dropped and spat on and picked up by the dog, and there's tooth marks on it. But it still shoots great. I mean, they're just a wonderful, generational firearm. They're just great.
Well, the older ones, I'm sure, are far better. But
I think
It's
Kyle
only
is
perfect.
really
Yeah.
excited. He's bouncing off the ceiling, he says.
That's good.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
That's wonderful.
There's one in every crowd, and if you don't know who it is, guess what?
Yeah, true.
That's fabulous.
Info Bros, I ride a 2012 Harley Davidson Heritage Softail.
That's what you're giving away?
No.
Yeah, that would be no.
You could try to
And
come take
just so everyone knows, when I did those numbers, I did them super random. I just went from one line, skipped a line, went back and forth, jumped here, jumped
That's
there, and so
awesome.
on and so forth. So very
Perfect.
random, and
First
it's
lever
going to be his
time.
first lever. So that's awesome, dude.
Oh, that's
it.
great.
Wow,
That's
man.
cool.
Yeah, that's
That's
the right
awesome.
way to start into the lever business, man.
Mhm.
For sure.
Oh, man.
Hell
Check
yeah!
this out. Big E just got a 2022 Royal Enfield Himalayan,
Ooh.
and it was
I used
new.
to have a goat like that.
Is that the one with
think I
the
had a
third
cat
horn
like that.
hillbilly?
Uh, does it? Big E, does it have a sidecar? You know, those Royal Enfields were infamous for the sidecars back during the war.
Hmm.
They really stepped up their quality of their bikes here recently, Jamie.
Yeah, they
Past few years, they went through a bad spell. Past few years, though, man, they are nice now.
I will say this though, Gene, they ain't never one of them passed me.
I've never had one pass me either, but well, you'll have that. But you know, for a round town bugger, they're pretty cool.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they are very cool looking bikes.
You can put a front basket on it with a little toot horn.
Rick Harris, any thoughts on the new High Point YC9?
Good for throwing.
You can ask the spokesman for High Point because
He's sitting right there.
Yeah,
Somebody say High Point?
yeah.
There you go.
Mhm.
See, yeah.
Boat
I had
anchors.
the new High Point. I mean, I plan on getting one, so we'll find out.
Hello, Dave.
What's up, Dave? Good to see you, brother.
Chris just had a short he posted today or yesterday with a real sexy looking outfit on his High Point.
Oh,
Yeah.
the mini TV.
No, he's got that bullpup stock for that on that high.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was, but it was sexy.
That was a bullpup stock. I'll tell you what, they make some really cool Planet of the Apes looking stocks for High Points. I mean, they really do, man. They make all kinds of stuff for High Points out there. You wouldn't believe it. You know, they've got huge aftermarket support through a lot of different companies.
Can you imagine how big High Point would have been if they were released in 1976 or whenever that movie came out?
Oh. I don't have any interest in that new YC9 personally. I like High Points, but I think High Point just deserves to be in bigger calipers.
Don't they make a 380 too?
Yeah, they make a 380 rifle and a pistol.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. My buddy's daughter has the 380 carbine rifle. And she got it when she was. He got it for her when she was 8 or 9 years old. She's been shooting it since. She's a teenager now.
That's funny.
I might just have Steve's Woodworking carve me out a stock for mine.
I'll do you one. I got some firewood out back.
Some red oak.
Man, it's wood. Just be happy it's wood.
Yeah, I don't want any of that white oak. It has splinters.
Yeah.
Well, you know, if somebody's giving it to you, get what you get and don't throw a fit.
All right, check this
All you need
out.
is something blue.
Let me see if I can do this. Yeah, I'm gonna look into those, Big E. Let me show y'all what Big E got here. Where's my buttons, y'all?
On your vest.
No, man, something's wrong with my calibration here. My toolbar is running up into my screen too far.
Yeah, mine was doing the same exact thing. I thought it was just me. Probably
No.
is.
Even comes with a gas can on the side.
Look at there.
So that's what I would call a dual sport,
Mhm.
like the old school enduro things.
Well, they call those now an adventure tour. Buddy of mine, Bill, rides one of those in the BMW form.
Yeah, once you get up past about 750 cc's, they go away from being called a dual sport into adventure tourism.
Yeah.
And the BMW GS was kind of the cornerstone of that ilk.
Mhm.
I had several of those all the way up to the 1200. But you know what dual sports are: no good on the road and no good in the dirt.
Yeah. Isn't that amazing?
Like everything compromised, you give up.
Yeah. But I rode my BMW adventure tour, the R1200 GS, all the way up to Prudhoe Bay and back. No runs, no hits, no errors. Hey, Rigby.
Hello, James.
Hey,
Hello, Rigby.
Hi.
I'm 8 now.
oh,
Hey.
8.
My goodness.
who ate
It's
you?
past my birthday already.
Huh, you already had your birthday?
Yeah.
Did you have a big party?
Yes.
All right.
I got the Calhoun to celebrate my birthday party.
And the pool.
Yeah.
And the pool. All right.
Really?
Got ice cream cake.
Tell Chico, hey.
Oh,
Hi.
Hey, Rigby. Good seeing you.
Yeah. It is.
Good. Ice cream cake? That's all together on one thing?
Yeah. I'm gonna
Oh,
eat
my
my
goodness.
food right now.
Get on.
Okay, goodbye.
bye.
Say bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Man, I got to go back 3 years.
Yeah.
Hello,
Have
Pat.
that.
I don't know how you stand it, Jamie. How can you pay attention to the likes of us when you got her right there?
Yeah, we could elaborate on that.
I suppose, but she sure is a cutie.
All right, Biggie, I don't wear stuff like that, brother. Let me share with y'all. Of course, y'all don't see it. I don't wear that garb, man. I got I got on my boots, I got on my breeches, I got on a t-shirt, my vest, and if it's hot, I ain't even wearing my vest. And right now, it's just too hot to even wear gloves, even the little shorty gloves. And I know if I went down, I'd be sorry for all of that, but I just
Well, you're on a Harley. You wouldn't be going that fast when you went down anyway.
well, there you go. And
I'm sorry, I
plus
can't.
the factory installed oil leak could help me slide across the pavement.
There you go.
Brutal, I say,
What-
brutal.
The one major thing you gotta make sure it always works on that, Jamie, that's the kickstand. So
Yeah. Yeah, I see these movies where all these guys in these transfer trucks run over a gang of motorcycles out there. You know, I'm like, that don't happen in real life, guys. It just don't.
did you have a verse planned for tonight? I seen you had a few in the banners. I didn't know if you just wanted to touch on that tonight or
No, I
We got
told you
30
in the
minutes.
email that was on you tonight. And our text, you said you had a couple
Yeah,
picked up.
yeah, I just seen you had some of the banners already, so I didn't know if that was some that you had kind of there for reference to use or what. So
No, those have already been done.
okay,
Those are ABC verses. We've already been chewed on them.
Well, I'll give me a minute and I'll type that one in that I talked to you about.
All right. We got Lakeview down there, and Edward Petty, and his look at him in that just so them glasses and that tan, man.
100 degrees there.
Look at that, and TV preacher hair to go on top of it, man. Snap.
There used to be more.
I know that feeling. I resemble that remark.
Yeah.
But yeah, our national evangelist talked about the rich young ruler tonight. So I think that would be Luke 19 or 16, 19, I think. All right, I feel like I came in and disturbed your party, guys.
No, not at all, sir.
No, you are the one.
Let's hear it.
I'm pretty sure you run this party there, brother.
Well, I just feel like y'all were having a good time till I got here.
Not at all.
No, we were just hanging out waiting for you to show up, Jamie. That's all.
No, you showed up at the right time, man.
We did Gene's corner with his cartridge.
What was it tonight?
38 long Colt.
Cool. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Black-
we got
black
talking
powder round.
45.
357
45.
short.
45 long bolts. And then we talked a little bit about what's going on our loading benches with troubles or difficulties. And I don't know if we finished going around the room with that.
Jamie gets to go.
Yeah.
Put me on the spot, brother.
So, what's your latest reloading challenge lately?
Well, I started this 308 series, but my biggest reloading challenge is something I've never done before, and that's going to be 300 Win Mag.
So, a new car, basically.
Yes, sir. And
Okay.
I think you need to go to Dead Zero with us when I get it ready to go and shoot that baby. Will make 1,000 yards easy. My goal for that one is eventually a 1 mile.
You got a shoulder pad to go with that thing, or what?
Don't be a pussy.
I know. Hey, I'll tell y'all a story, man. Willie was giving me so much crap when we were at Dead Zero one time. I think I was shooting Jamie's gun or somebody's gun. He was like, "Oh, you got that little sissy pad on your shoulder." I was like, "It's hot, first of all." So, but
Yeah,
nah, man, I definitely like to go, man.
that was July, man. I'll never do that again, brother.
Yeah, it was warm.
Warm ain't the word for
That
it.
was funny. I remember shooting his 350 Legend, and the way he had that scope mounted, I could only fire one round.
Yeah, that number one will be all right with 300. You can, especially if you're building it as a target gun, you can have it add some weight to that thing pretty easy. Tame down any unfortunate or recoil.
Yeah. And we'll give Mr. Walks Fletcher a big amen on that one. And Tommy
You
Boy
sure
says I
blowing that horn.
I'm sorry, what?
He keeps blowing that 270 horn.
Yeah, well, it's
I find it strange that you got to keep proclaiming something. If it's true, everybody would know it. You wouldn't have to proclaim it so much.
That sounds like Glock and Glock perfection. You know, they got to keep proclaiming it as perfection when, you know.
What's that? Was that a
If
pin
it's
dropping?
perfection, why would you keep on saying it's perfection?
I feel the same way about that 270. Y'all know that.
What make of 300 Win Mag did you go with, Jamie?
I have a Ruger #1.
Nice. Love my Rugers.
Got to, man. Info Bros, that not so much a parable as of one of Jesus's instructions to his followers. He says when you go to a gathering, sit at the lowly seats, so that the master of the dinner will come and ask you to move up there beside him, which is a whole lot better than if you walk into the place and you go sit at the right hand of the table master, and then they ask you to move down. That's Jesus's point there. It's better to be asked to move up than to be told to move down.
Hallelujah.
Well, you betcha. That's for sure.
Do you have our verse ready?
Yeah, I couldn't put it in the banner, but I got it on a text here, so I'll just have to highlight it. But anyway, this is one of the ones here that I think a lot of people might know or whatever, and I thought I really like this one because our brother, Lakeview is him and his wife's going through a lot of this stuff, and I'm about kicking a man when he's down, losing his dog on top of everything else, man. That's just rough, and no doubt about that. So, what I want to talk about tonight would be Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And I think it's a great verse. I had that, on my wall. It's something that I look at a lot because, times that, we're up or down, we know that personally as, a Christian, that you can do all things. And the verse before this, I thought I'd just go ahead and say that so it kind of gives a little bit more of a rounded edge on this right here. But it says, I know how to be a bias. I know how to abound everywhere in all things. I am instructed both to be full and to be hungry. Both abound to be and abound or suffer and need. And so I think me personally, this is like Christ is with you, when things are going great and then when they're not going so great. And that, if you put your faith in Christ, you can make it through both of those. And maybe, it's easy to look for help when you're down, but also when things are going good, I think that I get the feeling that like it's saying, okay, things are going good, you're thankful, but you don't want to take advantage of that, because, it goes both ways. And I know that through him that he'll give me the strength to make it through, whatever's put in front of me. And so, what do you guys, what's this, relate, what can you relate to this, or what do you think? Walter.
I'll say
yeah.
one thing. I was just reading that not too long ago, and as I recall, and I'm not good at quoting, but the verse before that's talking about um, kind of a sense of, I don't want to say personal pride, but an ability that I feel in and of
Yeah.
myself that I've learned over all these years how to be happy with $5 in my pocket for the month or $500 in my pocket for the month. I've learned how to deal with the good times and the rugged times, and that takes practice, that takes experience, and that takes a little bit of help from up above. And I think that's what that verse 13 is about, is that, hey, because I've been through all of these trials and I've learned how to deal with life as it comes to me, that I can do all things because I've got this strength that's come to me, from having to call upon God to help me through various trials and tribulations, as well as being able to give thanks for the times where you had the bounty that you may have had. So that's kind of my feelings on it.
Awesome. I totally agree with you. Anybody else like to speak on this?
I would say a prime example of that's this guy down here, man.
Absolutely.
100%.
He's dealing with so many different things right now, and all you see is a smile on his face. And he's got his family surrounding him. He's got people around him who care and are there for him, and he knows he can call him anytime he needs to call him. And so he's a prime example, dude. He's got so much going on right now, and we have others. CW's got so much going on as well, and he knows he's got all of us on his side, and we're right here with him. All you guys out there that are having problems and stuff like that, we're here for you. So, but y'all, even though we're dealing with all these different things that have going on, you all still have a smile on your face, and you all still make it through.
Yeah. 100%, brother.
Amen.
Mark with a C.
Yes, sir.
Anything?
I was thinking faith can move mountains.
Yep.
You probably ain't gonna like what I have to say. Edward, you have a commentary on this particular verse?
Well, I guess we're sort of created in God's image, and we want to be like Him. And for us to be strong as He would be, that's what we should strive for. And I think this verse sort of brings out maybe what we are capable, and we don't even realize what we're capable of, to be strong and to deal with the stresses and the problems that come our way. And they come to all of us. So it's a very good verse. No one is immune from adversity and bad things that could happen. So that's a good verse, and I'm going to remember that and think of that, because I go through a lot of bad things with things in my family that are happening. So thank you for bringing that, Hillbilly. That was a great
You
choice.
bet you, brother. Yeah, like I said, I have it. We have it on our wall, and so I look at it quite a bit, and especially if I'm having a bad day, it helps because it's like you think, man, it's hard. What's going on or whatever at the moment. It's hard to make it through it, but if you reach down deep inside, that He provides the strength for you. And
That's right.
Anybody else before I unleash my tongue?
Yeah, wait a minute. Since Hillbilly said he had that on his wall, I want to show you something here on what's on my wall, because it's related. And this is Psalm 27:14. So I don't know. Can you all see that? That's kind of been our family motto, and I think if you just take a quick read on that, you can see how that dovetails right into uh, the Philippians verse.
Yeah, in case somebody's listening, I'll read that, Walter. Can you hold it back up there again?
Sure.
Wait on the Lord, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thine heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord, of the Lord. Psalms 27:14.
Yep.
That's awesome.
It is.
But it's almost the same concept, you know. I mean, it's as we see throughout the book. You know, there's just a lot of dovetailing in and out that ties the whole thing together.
Yeah, and that
All
actually
right,
came
Jamie, fire off, brother, and then I'm probably gonna fire off after you.
Oh goodness.
Okay. This is one of my pet peeve verses. And reason being is it's taken way too often out of context. And I'm thankful that Hillbilly uh, uh, ventured off into what comes before it. And it means what it says exactly. We can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. But the gist of the verse, Paul there is talking about how he's learned to be hungry and he's learned to have plenty. He's learned how to deal with not having anything, and he's learned how to live when he's got everything that he needs, then some, in what we would call surplus or an abundance, thanks to the words the Bible uses. So the thing is here, and I think what we each need to take some time and ask ourselves is when we're having tough times, much like Lakeview is, and so forth and so on, when we can't hardly see the forest for the trees, when we don't know which way's up because we're so beat down, do you call on the Lord for help? A lot of us do. Some of us don't. We just sit there in that pool and wonder where's help going to come from when He has already told us to bring your troubles to me. And then you got to look at the flip side of that coin. When we have plenty, when everything's going our way, when we've got the bills paid, we still got a little money, the kids are behaving, the car ain't broke, everything's going good at work. Do you praise God for that? Do you really? Do we really?
Nine times out of 10, people do not. People sit there and they're happy with what's going on and don't think about it.
And that's my point. We we fail to call on God when we need Him, and we fail to give Him the glory in His triumphs. And the Bible flatly tells us that His glory will not be shared, and we need to take everything uh, through Him, and everything everything belongs to Him. You know, it's just we're custodians of it while we have it in our possession, and I think that one verse is taken out of context too much. And y'all can quit dropping off now because I'm through preaching. Go ahead, Scotsman.
No, you're right on the money, brother. And I would simply add to that and say, you're exactly right as far as people tend to sit and wait for something, and then when it gets bad, that's when they start praying, and when they start asking instead of thanking what's going on, being appreciative for what they have, and so on and so forth. You know, I don't always have it the greatest. There's fuck. I work 18-hour days, man, and you know what? I'm still here, so I'm thankful. I'm still here. I still got two flags. I still got two freaking knees. They may be screwed up, but I still got two knees. I'm thankful. You know, but a lot of people ain't. You do what you gotta do, man. But you always be thankful for what you got.
Well, those hard days are tough, and I admire you for the way you're working. But at the same time, you got to praise God for giving you the strength to do it, and giving you a way to accomplish the things that you have set for yourselves. And too often we're like, when I get these bills straightened out, I'm going to do this, that, and the other. Well, uh, why don't we start asking the Lord for what He thinks about stuff like that? Anyway, I'm full of the business tonight. So,
No, you're good, man. Preach on, brother. Preach on.
well,
They don't like it, they can leave. It's okay.
You bet.
well, see that hurts too. I think we got to have a burden on our heart for the people that don't know the Lord, and I do. And I don't. Uh, I think it's our jobs as Christians to go out and live a life that's uh, wants other people to have the same things in life that we do, as far as knowing we have
But
peace and comfort.
if they're not willing to listen, then they're not willing to listen.
Well,
Yeah. I'd also like to give Tony just a minute here if he likes to add anything or say anything to this, because I know, like I said before, to be full or to be hungry. And do you have any words on this? I won't put you on the spot, buddy, but
All I can say is I'm just thankful. I have a lot of words. I don't know how to put them into place at this time. I don't know how to put them into context.
that's okay.
I'm
Can I
just,
jump in for? Can I jump in for
I'm
1
super,
second?
I'm super thankful for all of you, and I appreciate each and every one of you. And
God bless you.
for those that believe in the good Lord of above, just keep faith and keep your prayers, and everything will be okay. Like Jamie says, we live everything through the good Lord, and He tells us to bring His troubles to Him, and we can rely on Him. So just have faith and keep your head up. That's all I got.
And you and your family too, brother. I mean, it's, you know, stay in
Let
faith,
me say
buddy. I
this,
know it's
man.
tough sometimes, but a lot of prayers coming your way.
Yeah, I
Tony
appreciate it.
didn't ask for this. His wife didn't ask for this, and Tony didn't ask for help. But
Just a second, Scotsman. You're really quiet. Is that just me, or is he real quiet?
Yeah, his
Can
volume's
anybody
down.
hear him?
He got to fix
Yeah.
his settings.
all right, I don't know how my settings changed, but my settings changed somehow again. I don't know what the hell's going on. It changed midway through on its own. I don't know. Sorry. No, I was saying Tony didn't ask for this. Tony's wife didn't ask for this. Tony didn't ask for help. But the help was there when the help was needed. And I can tell you right now, Tony's someone who would never ask for help. Tony is a very proud man and someone I'm proud to call a brother. And so it was the least that I could do to step up and say, "Hey, man, we got you back." So, but it's times like that, and that's just where those things happen behind the scenes. So, he's looking out for you one way or another, man.
Guys, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. We're coming up on the hour. Um, Before we start going through the room, though, I want to ask CW if he's got comments about that particular verse. CW.
He's been having spotty internet in and out all night too, Jamie. Plus some household issues.
Well, I don't want to put him on the spot either, but with my Dirty South brother here tonight, we're going to do the traditional thing and let him go first. And look what I found, Chico.
Oh, nice.
I love it.
I'm gonna try. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, everyone, thanks for joining tonight's shooting. It's been that long. Thank you, everyone, for the Georgia Live Shooting Connection for being here, and we appreciate all y'all help in the side chat and helping out with our brother Tony over here. Definitely a good show tonight. My internet went in and out a few times, but that happened. So, I don't have a lot what I'm going to be doing, but I need to get on this bench back here and probably get some organization. So, I appreciate every one of you guys, and y'all know that, and everyone just helping out. Anyone in our community that we can, but especially in times like this. So all good comments, the good scripture and good topics all tonight. And I definitely appreciate being here and appreciate all you guys being here. So that is it for me. I'm trying to do it easy. So let's go with Brother Gene. What you got coming up, man?
Man, I just want to thank everyone for joining us tonight for the drawing. And man, all I really got to say is, man, I love this family. That's all I got, man. Humbling.
God bless you, brother.
You betcha. It's a wonderful
Okay.
family.
Lakeview, you want to go next?
Yeah, I'm right with Gene, man. I love you guys, each and every one of you, man. I appreciate you guys so much. Like, I don't know, the good Lord has blessed me with you guys. I honestly believe that, and I will support you guys 100% as much as I can in any way, shape, or form. And I appreciate your support as well. It means the world to me, and I'm really thankful. So thank you guys.
God bless you, brother.
You too.
Bet.
Edward, you want to go next?
Yes. Well, I'm really happy to be here to actually be with you fellas. I look forward to every Friday night for this and Sunday and a few other chats. I'm sorry about my equipment. It didn't work out the way I had anticipated. I have to use this crappy camera. But I will work on that, and I hope to be invited in the near future with you guys on occasion. And as far as been doing much reloading here in Florida, it's very hot, and my reloading is equipment's all in the garage. And I haven't been going to the range for the same reason. But come September, I'm going to be trying to make my 2 trips a week to the range, which can be more reason to reload. So anyway, that's all I have going. I'm glad the raffle went off. Congratulations to Kyle. And it's all good. And thank you all for having me. And we'll see you again next time.
Thanks, man. We'll have you back on. You just let me know when you get the camera you want ready, and we'll send you a link, brother.
Thank you.
Mark with a C.
Didn't realize I was muted. Almost started doing a hillbilly. Wonderful evening. Been looking forward to this. Great seeing that rifle being given away to a very deserving winner. Awesome chat. Good topics. Side chat was rocking the whole time. Just a wonderful evening. I was glad to be here. Proud to be a part of this group. Love all of you. Been an awesome night. That's all I got.
Thanks for being here, brother.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's our honor, our privilege. Mr. Scotsman, what's going on?
Man, what a night, dude. Absolutely awesome. Great to see everyone out there. Like everyone else has said, man, the slide chat was rocking and rolling. Great folks out there. Great support for our brother Tony. Kyle, congratulations, man. Very well deserved. Again, you stepped up to the plate big time, so congratulations, brother. I got your email. I will get your information forwarded over to Edward, and don't worry about your FFL fees and all that. We got you covered, man. We'll get you taken care of. You did more than enough, so we appreciate you, brother. I would just say, man, that for me, it's this community never fails, never, ever. And every time we've ever asked you guys to step up to the plate, you step up to the plate, and it makes me proud to be here and be a part of it. And I'm just a small little piece, but you guys make me so proud to be here and be a part of it, and proud to be an American. So, thank you all. Appreciate y'all. God bless, and God bless America.
Amen. Thank you, brother. Thanks for all you do for us. Mr. Walter.
Well, as others have put forward, this was a room full of goodness here tonight. Am I right? I mean, look at the panel. We got 10 of us on here in the panel. We've got a full side chat that we've been able to interact with on multiple positive notes this evening, and it's just been a wonderful night for me. I always feel honored and privileged to be invited to come and take part with this outfit. It's just a real thrill. And you guys over in the side chat, I enjoy so much talking with you guys and commenting and so forth. I wish I could, reach out there and give you guys all a big hug at the same time, because we'd been, very little happening here without you folks. So congratulations to Kyle, and we'll continue to send our good vibes to Lakeview and his wife, as well as to CW over there. And hope that we'll all kind of get through all of this nonsense together, one way or the other. We'll all get there, I think. So I got stuff coming up on the bench, but you guys will see it in video. I don't need to elaborate tonight. New guns, new range, rifles.
Good deal.
Awesome.
Good deal. Hillbilly. We need to thank Hillbilly for co-hosting tonight and help hold the fort down till.
Man, my pleasure. I always love being on here, guys. I thank you so much for having me. I have so much fun. Oh, man. And I want to shout out to, Edward, Petty for the giveaway, and, Kyle getting to win that, man. That is so awesome. I'm so excited for him. And, Scotsman for all that you do too, buddy. I just enjoy it so much. And, Lakeview, Tony, you guys are in the prayers, just keep on keeping on. I got videos coming out pretty much every day. I will be having hopefully a big giveaway here on my channel coming up pretty soon. I'm shooting for 1,000 subscribers. I set a goal a year ago, September 2nd, and it's getting close, and I'm getting closer on my subscribers, so we're going to have a big party when I hit that. So anyway, I just want to thank, all you guys for, supporting my channel and everything. Thank you all so much, man.
You heard that right, Jamie. He's going to drink a 12-pack of seltzer when he hits 1,000 subscribers.
Whoa. Yeah, I think so.
I heard that too, Scotsman. 1,000 subs, a 12-pack of seltzer.
I did that for Tony. I can't do it again, I don't think.
If you try, I don't want to be there. That was nasty enough watching that last one.
All right, we got to clear the floor for Mr. Gizzard Gary. I hope y'all go over and visit him and harass him after we're done here. Mr. CW, you got anything coming up for us?
Skip over Gene.
Gene already went.
Yeah, I went.
Okay, sorry. I've been preoccupied here. It's been a rough evening. I want to apologize to everybody for. I want to thank Mike. I want to thank Hillbilly a lot for stepping in and doing all the stuff I should have been doing. We got a lot going on over here tonight, and I appreciate it. I apologize to the side chat as well. Not paying as much attention over there, but I saw we had some pretty big numbers. Really appreciate that. Appreciate all you guys. Edward, that's awesome what you did tonight and what you've done for Tony. That's just awesome. Kyle, congratulations. Tony, my heart goes out. Man, you're in my prayers, and it will continue to be.
You too, brother. Thank you. I appreciate it. You're always in my prayers, you and your wife as well.
I do appreciate that. And I miss seeing Scotsman tonight. Well, not seeing him, I see him. I just don't hear a single word he says. So I miss hearing that voice. I don't know what's going on, but I can't hear a word he says.
We can see you, Warsaw. So thanks, CW, for all your help tonight. Hope it didn't overwhelm you or anything. And I just want to say, get over there and check out Gizzard Gary. Thank all y'all for being here. Thanks to Edward for the rifle donation. Thanks to everyone who donated. And it'll go to good use. I know Lakeview needs the help, and his wife does as well. Um, if you have prayer requests, don't hesitate to send those in to Georgia Shooting Connection at gmail.com or jh586sw@gmail.com. And we're going to start a prayer list, and we'll share that with you guys every week from now on if you want. So with that being said, we're going to bow out. We all hope the Lord blesses you all real good. And if he's willing, we'll see y'all next Friday night at 8 o'clock. Say good night, y'all.